Hello everyone, myself Seema Kalia, Assistant Professor in Botany. My college is GCW Gohana. I am here with the topic that is the simple permanent tissue. Now, before explaining, I give here the definition of simple permanent tissue. The simple permanent tissue are formed from the same type of cells when joined together to performing a specific function inside the plant body that are called the simple permanent tissue. Now, these one are the permanent tissue because they lost their power of division and performing a specific function inside the plant body. That is why they are called the permanent tissue. Now, for performing a special function inside the plant, these cell structure are different. Some cells are thin walled cells, some are thick, some are more thick, some are these two are the living one, these are the dead one, for providing the mechanical support. So all are the three different category of the simple permanent tissue to performing their specific function: parenchyma, collenchyma, third one is the sclerenchyma. I will discuss all this topic one by one. First one is the parenchyma. Parenchyma word taken from the Greek word that is para means beside and means pour, to pour, where it is the very simplest and unspecialized tissue present inside the plant body. They are formed the various vegetative part of the plant body, and their cells morphology is also vary in the different plant part, like the cells may be oval, may be rounded, may be polygonal in the different type of plant, and may be in the same plant in different organs. This is the simplest tissue because the cells here are thin walled cells and having the large intercellular space and the vacuolated cytoplasm, and there is present a prominent nucleus. There is no thickening present around the cell wall, so that is why they are called the thin walled cells. Their morphology are also variable and their physiology is also variable. On the basis of their physiology are divided into the different category. First one is the parenchyma. I already said that are the thin walled cells. They occupy the most of vegetative body of plant, like that may be present in cortex, pith region, in mesophyll tissue. They occupy the most of area of the plant body. Now, second is the chlorenchyma. Chlorenchyma are the modified form of parenchyma. In here, when the parenchyma cell develop the chlorophyll inside it and performing the function of photosynthesis, that condition is called the chlorenchyma. The function of chlorenchyma, you know that chlorophyll act as a photosynthetic pigment, so help in the process of photosynthesis. So chlorenchyma tissue are helpful in the process of photosynthesis. Now, third category is called the arenchyma. Arenchyma is also the modified form of parenchyma. Here the cells are in the intercellular space between the cells become larger, and these intercellular space are occupied by the air, and this air are helpful for the aquatic plant. So filling of air inside this helpful for the aquatic plant to float on the surface of water. It means these arenchymatous tissue are helpful in the plants to provide the buoyancy so that they can float on the surface of water. Now, this is the prosenchyma, is when in the any part of plant body where the mechanical support is required, at that area the parenchyma develop a thickening on its wall. The thickening is not any lignin type, it is a simplest cellulose thickening which develop more layer of cellulose and become the thick walled, so that they can provide the mechanical support to that area where they present. So prosenchyma is the modified form of parenchyma for providing the mechanical support. Now, on the basis of its presence, where it present, parenchyma if present in the epidermis, they are called the epidermal parenchyma. If they are present in the xylem, they are called the xylem parenchyma. If they are present in the phloem, they are called the phloem parenchyma. Or if they are present in mesophyll cells, mesophyll, that are called the mesophyll parenchyma. Now, this is the simplest diagram showing here. This is the simplest parenchyma. There should be no any modification here. This is the simplest thin walled cell protoplasm are present, nucleus is present, and large intercellular space. This is the modification at which the parenchyma deposit the chlorophyll inside it and form a palisade parenchyma, and below that are the spongy parenchyma for the function of photosynthesis. Now, the parenchyma, here in the parenchyma, there is showing the large intercellular space. At that area, air is filled here, and this filling of air helpful for the aquatic plant so that they can float on the surface of water. Now, these are the function of parenchyma. Parenchyma play the important role inside the plant. I already said that help in the floating plant to float on the surface of water, help in the storage, also, like that they help in the storage of some substance inside the plant like starch, proteins, amino acids are also stored in the parenchyma. They are also stored the waste product which are useful for us, such as gums, tannin and resin are also stored in the parenchyma. That is why the parenchyma is also called the storage parenchyma. Parenchyma are also perform the various metabolic activity inside the plant. Now, they are present act as a packaging tissue because they cover the most of vegetative part of the plant. They provide the turgid, they have its own turgid pressure, that is why they provide the turgidity, and so they provide the mechanical strength to the plant and also provide the shape to the plant. Chlorenchyma, I already said that when the parenchyma deposit the chlorophyll inside the cells that perform the function of photosynthesis. In some succulent plants, they also absorb water, store water inside their cells, so they are helpful for storing the water. Now, second, simple permanent tissue, that is the collenchyma. Collenchyma is the simplest and also the living simple permanent tissue present inside the plant. There are present in the hypodermis layer of young stem in the and also present in the veins of leaf. The collenchyma is different from the parenchyma on the basis of its thickening. The thickening is present on its cell wall due to the presence of pectin and the hemicellulose. There is no deposition of any lignin on its cell wall, and they are intercellular space as compared to parenchyma. The intercellular space are less in the collenchyma. Now, the collenchyma having its tensile strength, that is why provide the flexible support system to that area where it present. They found throughout and uniformly present throughout of the plant, but they are absent in the root system. They are the elongated cells, and as they showing in this diagram, if you say about the parenchyma cells are oval, rounded, polygonal, but here in this diagram showing that collenchyma cells much elongated as compared to parenchyma, and there is a present vacuolated cytoplasm and a prominent nucleus is here, and their end wall there is a thickening, localized thickening is present on their end wall of collenchyma. This thickening, I already said that no due to the lignin, this is due to the presence of pectin and hemicellulose plus cellulose. They provide the thickening in that area. Now, this all about this is the intercellular space are less as present in the parenchyma. Now, on the basis of thickening present in collenchymatous cells are divided into the three categories. First is the angular collenchyma, second is the lacunar collenchyma, third one is the lamellar collenchyma. Angular collenchyma cells are arranged at in the thickening is present at the corner of cells where the cells are attached together at that area, at the corner side of that the thickening is present, that is called the angular collenchyma, so that the intercellular space are absent. The lacunar collenchyma, here the cells are arranged in irregular arrangement. That is why more thickening is present on the intercellular area. Lamellar collenchyma, when the cells are arranged in the form of row and the thickening is present on the tangential wall. From this diagram it is clear that this is the lamellar collenchyma. The lamellar collenchyma is present inside the plant where the thickening is present on its tangential wall, where the tangential wall are very thick and so they provide the thickening, while the radial wall is thin, so they providing form a row type structure. These are present in the hypodermis of sunflower. Now second is the angular collenchyma. Here the thickening is present in the angle of two cells, that is why they are thickened cells at the corner. This type of thickening is present inside the stem of tomato and the potato. Now the lacunar collenchyma, here the irregular arrangement of cells, some are larger, some are smaller, so there are intercellular space is occupied by the thickened area, and this type of thickening is present in the hypodermis of cucurbit stem. Now these are the enlarged view of thickening showing in lamellar. These are the plate-like structure. This is the angular one at the angles. These are the lacunar one where the irregular arrangement of cells are showing here. Now third simple tissue, that is the sclerenchyma. Sclerenchyma is also the simplest tissue, as parenchyma and collenchyma are the living one because they have the prominent nucleus, but the sclerenchyma is also called the dead tissue because in earlier stage their nucleus is present, but when the cell become mature, their protoplasm go degenerated and they become more thick walled cells due to the deposition of lignin on its wall, and the primary secondary walls are more developed and they become the dead one. So these are also called the dead tissue. The main purpose of sclerenchyma providing the structural support to an area where it required. So these are also called the mechanical supporting tissue. The sclerenchyma are divided into the two types. First one is the fibers, second is the sclerites. Both have the primary and the secondary wall. At the functional, when they mature, they become the dead one. I already said that because of loss of degenerate of their protoplasm. Now in this diagram showing the thickened area of the outer covering wall thickened due to the deposition of more and more lignin, and they become the harder one, and protoplasm at the maturity go degenerated one. Now these are the two types of cells, sclerenchymatous cells. First one is the fiber, second is the sclerites. The fibers are elongated cells that have the pointed end and have the narrow lumen, and there is present, I already said that there is a thickening present on all its surface due to the lignin present. So they are lignified cells, and there are present some area where the thickening is offset. That area is called the pit area. So their lumen is narrow one, and their main function is to provide the mechanical support to that area where it is present. They on the basis of distribution where the fiber is present inside the plant, they may be present in hypodermis region, they may be present in pericycle, xylem and phloem. These fibers are also present. They are also present on the bundle sheath cells of the monocote also. On the basis of its origin, how the fibers are originated? These fibers are originated from the procambium. Procambium also form the xylem and the phloem, and the primary xylem and the phloem, they also form the fiber also. So these are the fibers are lignified thick walled cell provided only for the mechanical support. But these are the type of sclerenchyma fibers. Sclerenchyma fibers are also categorized on the basis of its present, at which area they present, they are categorized, and at which area they arises, they are categorized into the three category. First one is the surface fiber. If the fiber are present on the surface of any plant part, body or organ, they are called the surface fiber. As example, in cotton seed, the fibers are present all over the seed surface. These fiber extracted from this cotton seed are called the surface fiber, and they are helpful for the movement of seed from one area to another area. So they are also play the important role in the plant also. Now the wood fiber is also called the xylem fiber. When the wood formation are occur, when the secondary xylem are formed, when in the secondary xylem fibers are present is called the wood fiber. These secondary xylem, when the fiber present, are of two types. First is the libriform fiber, second is the fiber trichid. Libriform fiber are commercially more important fibers. They are the thick walled fibers and are size are long, but the fiber trichid are the small and the thin walled fibers. They are also for the using for the commercial purpose. Now the bast fiber may be arises from the pericycle of plant and may be from the phloem. They are called the bast fiber. This bast fiber are also used for their highly tensile strength for formation of various type of products like ropes, yarn, paper and the cosmetics. Now second types of sclerenchyma tissue is the sclerites. Sclerites are the sclerenchymatous cells. They are the short cells, possess the extremely thick walled lignified walls and having the simple pit. These are present in that area where require the more thickness is required in the plant. At that area, sclerites are present inside the plant. On the basis of its origin, how they originated? They originated from the parenchymatous cells, but later on they become dead one by the deposition of more lignin, and their cytoplasm go degenerated. They are found in the outer nuts, dry fruits, outer covering, and in the endocarp of some fruits, and also present the stone cells in the pulp of some fruits. So they are providing at that area where the thickness is required. On the basis of its structure, sclerites are categorized into the four categories. First one is the brachysaccharides, second is the macrosaccharides, third is the osteosaccharides, fourth one is the osteosaccharides. Now the brachysaccharides are present inside the plant, like it may be present in the cortex region and may be pith region. Here the cells are isodiametrically. Now second is the macrosaccharides. It is the rod shaped structure and there is a lumen is present inside it, and these type of macrosaccharides are present in the leaves and the cortex region of plant. This is the osteosaccharides. Here the bone type structure is present and curved barrel shaped structure is present, and this type of saccharides are present in the leaf. This is the osteosaccharides. Here this is the star shaped structure. These are also for the mechanical support. These are present in the stem of hypodermis of some plant. Now what are the function of sclerenchyma? Sclerenchyma play the important role inside the plant. Only this sclerenchymatous tissue required for the mechanical support and the strength. Where the mechanical support and the strength is required, at that area sclerenchyma is present. Sclerenchyma also act as supporting tissue in xylem, because in xylem the xylem fiber is present. These xylem fiber are helpful for providing the support in that area where it present. The cell fiber extracted from the fibers that are used to for using to form the various commercial products from this fiber, and they form the major part of fruit, and they form the hard outer shell of the nuts. So in plant parts where the hardness is required, at that area sclerenchyma play the important role inside the plant. Now thank you for listening.